The Rising of the Shield Hero Season 4 is now here. Episode 1 now available for you to check out. So let's freaking talk about it. So Season 4 of The Rising of the Shield Hero has now officially started. The first episode is now available for you guys to go and watch. And you guys should know by now, I love The Rising of the Shield Hero. I love this anime. I don't care what anyone says about Seasons 2 and 3. I enjoy it. I think it's fantastic. I have been so hyped for Season 4. I've been wanting a Season 4 for a long time. Ever since I finished watching Season 3, I've wanted it, right? So, here we are. We're finally here. And the first episode's job is to not give us insane fights, to not deliver insaneness that you're looking for when you're halfway through a season or anything like that. The first episode's job is to introduce us back into the world, expand a little bit of the lore in the world, and set everything in motion for what is to come moving forward. That is exactly what this episode does. It executes that on every single level. Now, we obviously pick up where we left off. We had the stuff with the people coming from the demihuman lands to come and get Talia because she was wearing the thing, and they're like, whoa, she's coming to, take over the lands and that. We need to get rid of her and that. So that's what's happening. So we have the shield hero going and getting ready to go over to the demi-human lands to basically make this quest to go and sort all this stuff out so that Talia is free, basically. So she doesn't have to have this over their head because they need to get ready for the Phoenix. The Phoenix is coming and they need to get ready. So that's what we're going with Season 4. Now, in this episode, we actually go to those lands and we have the little crew that are going along with everyone. Obviously, he can't take the other heroes with him. Their curses aren't finished yet. They still need to stay back. And you can't take a royalty. So Melty is staying behind as well. But he's taken Raftalia, Filio, the rest of the crew. They're all coming. The White Tiger people, they're coming. So they are going in there. Now, the interesting thing about this episode is it expands the lore and the world itself. So now we're going into the demi-human lands. So this is where Raftalia and all the other demi-humans that work and live with the shield hero, that's their original homeland. So going in there, this is where a really interesting experience starts to happen for the shield hero because he's like a god to them. He's worshipped by them. Very different to where he actually was when he first came in. Everyone hated him in the lands that he originally was, but now he's seen as like this higher up person. So everyone is like, yes, let's go. The shield hero's here and that. And he's like, okay, this is a bit weird. But he was told by the queen to be very careful when he goes in here because they will offer a sort of like a Harlem thing where they'll introduce all the different races, women and stuff, and be like, here, have this, but then he'll get poisoned and die and stuff. So he's very much cautious, and like he's been through some crazy stuff already, so he is very cautious, man. He does not take anything for granted or get sucked in or seduced. So as he's going through, this is where the royal guards come in. They're like, we're going to take you to the palace, let's go. So they go to this palace. This is where we get introduced to this bird looking guy, and he's like, look, I'm so grateful you're here. I know it's been exhausting that, but I need an audience with you. Can you come do that? And obviously you're thinking, okay, an audience. Here we go. So he's going to go see the king, queen, whoever is on the throne, sit there and they're going to have a conversation. Instead, he comes in and there's this throne up all these steps. He goes up there, the shield hero, and sits on it. And then they're there below him. So it's like, this is the weirdest. And even he's like, so this is how you guys do the audience? Like, because it's very different to him, because when he goes to the other place, the queen is there. She's on the throne, and he goes to see her. So this is where they start to explore the different races within the demi-human world. And it's very interesting because I don't trust anyone. I don't trust Birdman. Not at all. Because while they worship the shield hero, and they talk about how he's like their god, essentially, and stuff, but it feels like they're blackmailing him at the same time. Because he's like, look, I'm glad that you guys all love me and that, but I'm in a hurry. I need a boat so that I can go over to here because I need to deal with stuff, right? And he's like, but you can't, because if you do that, there's going to be riots. There could be bloodshed, all this stuff. You need to stay for the banquet. You need to stay for this. So he's basically blackmailing him in a way of like, if you leave so suddenly, this is going to happen. So he's like, fine, whatever. I'll stay for the banquet and that, but I'm going to go out in the town and have a look. And he's like, no, you can't do that. because they will all be like, well, we can't give you the proper welcome. It's like, bruh, now you're just BSing your way through here. Like, my man, this bird guy is just BSing his way. And the shield hero knows that there's some demi-humans there that don't like him and some that do. But he's like, what the hell's going on here? Like, so I can't go out on the town because they will feel like they can't worship me properly. So you need to notify everyone. Okay, whatever. So I can at least stay in the palace, right? And walk around and stuff. And he's like, sure, you can. But as he's walking around, they won't let him into any of the rooms. They're like, oh no, we're renovating that. So everything's very sketchy. And he makes note of that. He's like, something's not right here because I'm not free at all. I can't do what I want. They say I am, but I'm not. It's like this weird thing. And then we get this lion guy who was not there at the audience, you know. And he's like, look, hey man, you know, you need a boat. I can get that done. This man's shady already. This lion guy is shady. Meanwhile, there's another tiger guy, by the looks of it, that is standing there behind the wall with like a hood on and everything. I don't know what he's about. We don't know. But this lion guy that offers the boat, it's like, but you weren't at the audience. Something's not right with that. And this is where the shield hero is like, okay, we could be stuck here. We can't let Birdman boss us around and control the situation. But this guy's offer is way too good to be true. There's got to be some sort of catch to it. So he's already like, something's not right here. You know, all that. Meanwhile, we also got a look at who potentially could be the new villain, major villain here, where there's a royal person behind a curtain, and then there's like this bird woman who's like, I'm going to kill the shield hero and the imposter for you. Obviously, the imposter is Raphtalia, because they believe Raphtalia is coming to challenge her to steal the throne, which is not the case. Shield hero is just like going there to be like, yo, leave Raphtalia out of this. She doesn't want to do this. She's staying with me. End of story. So everything is getting into motion now. I don't trust the bird guy, and I don't trust the lion guy. You know, what is going on? There's something bigger at play right now, but this episode has set everything in motion. You get all that feeling, and I think they did a really, really good job at capturing that atmosphere and getting you set ready for what is going to come moving forward. So now you are aware of what is happening, where they are, and expanding the world in this way as well to see the difference. Because, you know, the shield hero, this is like a time restricted mission he has to go on because the Phoenix is coming. So he has to prepare for the Phoenix as well, but he can't do that without this dangling over his head. He has to get rid of this so that him and Raphtalia can fully 100% focus on this particular mission. So it's very, very interesting. I thought it was good. Very, very solid first episode, setting everything in motion, and I can't wait to see where we go. But let me know what you guys thought. Maybe you didn't like it. Maybe you did. Smash it down in the comment section below. Smash that like button for me. Click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.